Good evening, my fellow entities, and welcome to the Lair of Filmery. Tonight we will be reviewing Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. One short year before the explosive adventure of Raiders of the Lost Ark, the undaunted professor of archaeology, Dr. Indiana Jones, ends up in a far-off India. After having a narrow escape from death in 1935 Hong Kong, along with his trusty 12-year-old sidekick Short Round and the utterly unprepared nightclub singer Willie Scott, Indiana embarks on a peril-laden quest to retrieve the sacred Sankara stone stolen from the shrine of an impoverished Indian community and the village's kidnapped children. Now, as the evil, thuggy cult spreads its tentacles over the region and even in the opulent palace of Pankot, Indy and his team must brave swarms of disgusting creepy crawlies and an army of armed-to-the-teeth zealots, and an unspeakable subterranean terrors. Will Indiana Jones get out of the cursed Temple of Doom in one piece and live to tell the tale? Now, if that didn't tell you what this story was about, I can't really help you, but yeah, I'm gonna start with the most annoying fucking character in this. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Short Round. A lot of people say he's too annoying, that he's too loud, that he's awkward, that he's a racial stereotype, but I actually like Short Round. I think he works perfectly with this movie. I think we should have seen him more in the series, or the franchise, but we sadly don't, because even the books, when they were writing the books that came around this time, the writers was told that they couldn't write any of the sidekicks or main characters from these movies into the books, so that was sad. But while I like Short Round and I love him and he is my favorite character in this, I really, really, really hate Willie Scott. She is really annoying. She is one of the worst girls in an Indiana Jones movie, and I kind of think she's why Indy decided to go with more subtle girls like Marion and the one German commander from The Last Crusade, and then Marion again in Crystal Skull. But yeah, Willie is annoying as hell. I can't stand her. I can't watch this movie without laughing because of how annoying she is, and I feel so bad for Harrison Ford to have to deal with Kate Capshaw and her. I mean, I'm guessing Kate Capshaw is a pretty good actress, but she's just screaming the entire time. I'm looking at what she's actually in, and I'm not really seeing much. There's a movie called Space Camp that I've never heard of. Yeah, apparently she's in some meh movies. But yeah, she is the most annoying character in this, and I get so tired of hearing her, and I never want to see her back in anything involving Indiana Jones. On the other hand, again, I really like Short Round. I kind of want to see his acting in Everywhere, Everything, All at Once, which I was told was a really good movie. I also like him in The Goonies, another one of my favorites. Again, a lot of these characters, they're not really in that much. I mean, they're Short Round's actor, Ke Huy Quan, is actually in a movie called Encino Man, which I kind of want to see. But yeah, some of these actors, I guess, kind of fell off because of how disliked this movie is because of some of the scenes, some of the actors. But let's also be honest, this was the first time they actually went really, really dark. Like, Raiders of the Lost Ark was pretty dark, but here you've got people having their heart heart pulled out of their chest. You've got people being having their souls sucked out before having their heart pulled out. You've got Indy being brainwashed into harming kids. You've got child slavery. You've got all these weird, creepy crawlies. You've got one guy hanging by a fan. One guy getting crushed by a rock crusher. Like, compared to the last movie, we didn't really see anyone actually get killed. If you think about it, I mean, they turn away when the guy gets killed by the propeller. We don't get to see the one guy get run over by the truck, other than the truck bumping up. But here we see a lot of dark shit. There's even a volcano, and we also get to kind of see people get eaten by, I think those were crocodiles. I can't really tell. But also, it's kind of refreshing that they decide to go to India, make friends with the British monarchy who controls that, like the general who's visiting Bangkok. It's interesting to see an indigenous village like the one that we see at the beginning and at the end of the movie, who lose the stones and lose the kid. I also kind of like the smart little thing where Indy's having a conversation with the general, and I think he's a doctor or some kind of scholar from Bangkok. And the conversation is about how they're claiming that they overheard rumors because Indy heard rumors about the Thuggee cult coming back to Bangkok, and so the two people go after Indy, claiming that they heard some rumors about him being claimed to be a tomb raider instead of an archaeologist, and how he's not allowed back in one place, and he got in trouble in another. And it's kind of funny because, again, like I said in the previous video, he really is just a tomb raider. I mean, yeah, he's stealing for museums, but stealing is stealing. He's raiding these people's tombs, and he's getting away with it for money. On the other hand, here, this is the first time we actually get to see where he doesn't steal the stones. He brings them back to the village, and again, this is before Raiders of the Lost Ark, where in that movie he steals the Ark of the Covenant, brings it back to the museum. Here, he kind of grows a bit, realizing it's just a bunch of rocks. Leave them to the village. They need it for health and prosperity, and it doesn't need to be put into the museum because, as he quotes, it's going to be another part of their dusty rock collection, which was kind of funny. While this one's scary, it's like third place on my list because I do kind of like The Last Crusade more than this, but it's also a pretty good movie. I do like it, but it's just Willie, and Willie is a huge pain in the neck and makes it a huge problem to even watch this. But other than that, I really like this, and I bet you Silva forgot to put it in the first video, but I forgot to mention in the first video that I do really like the theme song for Indiana Jones, and it plays during the fight scene here against the, when they're freeing the child slaves and they're fighting the one guy. I really like the Indiana Jones theme. Actually, it's second place on my list of my most favorite movie intros or scores next to Star Wars. So yeah, and I really like this movie, but again, Willie is annoying. The beginning scene, it was okay, but let's be honest, I think we all would have liked it if the entire adventure was just Indy. The one, what the hell is his name? Oh, Wuhan, that's his name. Wuhan was I would have liked to see him as the sidekick next to Short Round, because it's actually kind of sad watching him die at the beginning, and he would have been a better sidekick than Willie. I know in these movies they had to have the female sidekick or the damsel in distress, but yeah, I would have liked to have seen it with Short Round, Indy, and Luhan. And I also kind of like the little reference where the club is actually called Club Obi-Wan, which was kind of sneaky since this is a George Lucas movie, and this came out 1984, so 3 years after the first Indiana Jones movie. But yeah, I really like this movie. Again, there are some parts that I would change, and some parts that I would keep in. I'm sure a lot of you guys share this opinion, but yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the little notification bell for more of our content. And I think we all would like to have that minecart race part of the movie as an actual ride. I mean, that would be awesome. That would be an awesome roller coaster to have in Disney, but I guess it might be too late, or depending on if this new Indiana Jones video game comes out anytime soon, or maybe with the new movie coming out, we might get something, hopefully, since the new movie will show Disney that there's still a lot of interest for the Indiana Jones franchise, and that they could make more money off of it. So yeah, and don't forget to comment on this video if you want to see more of these classics, more Harrison Ford movies. Next we're going to be doing The Last Crusade, and after that, the Crystal Skull, so yeah, stay tuned for that. So have a great night, guys.